Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for this NBA presentation. And tonight, it'll be the New York Knicks going up against the Orlando Magic. I'm Brian Anderson, joined by Hall of Famers Doris Burke and Grant Hill, and the fourth member of our crew, reporter Allie LaForce. Now that we're into November, let's see how the Eastern Conference standings are shaking out. You take a look at the Knicks. Early on, they've got the third best record. And of course, there's the Magic, back 2.5 games.
And looking at Orlando, they wanted to get better. They're putting in the work. Maybe the results will start coming later in the year.
I do think they're capable of more than what they've given so far. If this coaching staff gets them right on track, and once they get a few more games under their belt, the wins will start to come.
So a look at our starters for Orlando. Suggs and Bain. Team up as the backcourt. Wagner and Banchero, the lethal front court pair. And it's Carter in at the center position. And for the Knicks, Josh Hart is out there with Karl Anthony Towns. Then it's Mikal Bridges. Then there's Jalen Brunson. And it's Anunoby in at the 3, the small forward. Grant, this season seems to be off to a strong start. Teams are coming together pretty quickly.
You know, B.A., what other choice is there? The competition is fierce in this league, so it's sink or swim right away the moment the season starts.
Ooh, poked away. Stolen by Bain. Here's Wagner. And the dunk by Wagner.
I tell you, don't be surprised when Franz Wagner gets up above the rim and finishes. This guy loves to attack the basket.
Towns, a screen on Suggs. Here's Brunson outside. Rebound by the Magic. Coming off a win against the Blazers.
And you'd have to think that luck played a part in that one. I mean, the opponent had an off night at the defensive end for sure.
Well, give them some credit for taking advantage of a weak defense and capitalizing on every mistake.
Really left him alone that time.
This is a big who we know stretches the floor to great effect. Mr. Towns from 3.
Pass to Wagner.
Knicks lead 3-2.
Banchero against Hart. Banchero drives. Hart pulls it in. For New York, they've gone 1 for 3 so far. And the foul called on Jalen Suggs. That's his first foul.
First field foul. First team foul.
Just over a minute and a half in. Pass to Anunoby. Here's Towns. He's checked by Carter. And the basket by Towns. Towns has got 5.
Karl Anthony Towns will mix his spots as a scorer, that time doing work inside.
Well, we know he can shoot it, Doris, but Karl Anthony Towns is most effective when he's also working in the paint.
B.A., he has such an effective arsenal offensively that he's most effective when he's getting to each of those aspects. So, you have back-to-the-basket skills, no doubt. If there's a mismatch, go at the mismatch. But he is also so effective as a driver. Straight line, with intent, and efficient off the bounce. He can also hit a mid-range. There is nothing he can't do on the offensive end.
Boy, what a burst of speed on the drive from Jalen Suggs. Leaves the defender in the rear view.
Bridges outside. And stolen by Suggs. And it's Orlando on the break. Wagner against Anunoby. Back to Banchero. Oh, and Towns with the block.
This is exactly what you need from Karl Anthony Towns on the defensive end.
And here's Brunson from the arc. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
A bit ago, Mike Brown and I were able to chat. He was blunt when talking about his assessment of Franz Wagner. Coach praised the toughness Wagner plays with, saying, "We're talking about a 6'10" wing who goes hard to the bucket. He invites contact. Those aren't easy guys to contend with." Back to you.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Knicks.
Yeah, they're just attacking on defense, getting those hands out and knocking the ball free. I really like their energy defensively.
Yeah, they've also been alert and active on the defensive end, creating turnovers and turning those on the offensive end.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust for the Knicks. Mitchell Robinson, he's checked in for Hart. Clarkson comes in for Anunoby. And Miles McBride subbed in for Brunson. And a change for the Magic. Bataze's checked in. Now here's McBride. And right now he's currently putting up 6.5 points per game. Off target from outside.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Throws it up high. Robinson with a steal. Clarkson outside. And again, the Knicks missing. And it's Bane with the ball for Orlando. They trail by 3. And Banchero gets it to go.
I mean, 6'10", about 250. Banchero imposing his will inside.
Clarkson against Bane. Now here's Clarkson. He's guarded closely. Great D that time from Bane. Here's Wagner. Oh, a dunk and a foul! A powerhouse move. He's got a chance for one more at the line. It's going to be on Karl Anthony Towns. And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight. Free throw no good for Wagner. With 1 on the clock. Doesn't go for him. And at the end of 1, a closely contested game so far. Orlando ahead. They're up by 1. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in a moment. And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And for the Magic guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, they've used the fast break well to score easy points and keep the defense unsettled.
And we know this. Every team in the league now seems to be looking to play with pace.
All right, this is how the floor looks for the Magic starting the second. Wagner and Banchero, the lethal front court pair. Suggs and Bane team up as the backcourt. And it's Bataze in at the 5. Here's Bane.
Clarkson using his combination of size and speed to affect the shot. That's really good defense.
And since the turn of the century, die-hard Knicks fans had dealt with some lean years. Perfect execution from Banchero.
I mean, did you see the strength and force? I mean, that's what puts Banchero ahead.
Clarkson against Bane. Clarkson outside. Outside McBride. 6 to shoot. From deep. No good. Great D that time from Suggs. Here's Bane. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. It's on Gershon Yabusele.
Yeah, pretty fearless move by Bane, making sure he gets the shot off.
In terms of two-way guards, Grant, Desmond Bane is as good as any. What do you see in his game?
Well, just look at him, B.A. Bane is so strong. That really helps him there on the defensive end. And offensively, a lights-out three-point shooter.
Anunoby, he's checked in for New York. And Wagner gets it to go. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Magic.
I must say, their defensive intensity has been impressive so far. Really making it hard for the offense to hold on to the ball.
You know, also, they've been incredible on the fast break, taking those chances, playing with great pace.
New York making a switch here. Towns is checked in, and a new group getting ready for Orlando. Wagner's checked in for Banchero. De Silva comes in for Wagner. Black's checked in for Desmond Bane. And Tyus Jones subbed in for Suggs. Puts it up. Top of the key jumper, no good.
Well, this guy typically a nice touch from mid-range, but obviously can't make them all.
Shot's good by Black.
And adding to this lead right now, riding a wave of momentum.
Well, if you continue to execute at both ends, you can build on this lead.
And it's Clarkson missing. Orlando with the ball. They've gone on an 8-0 run. And the dunk by Wagner.
Well, we know Mo Wagner is a sweet shooting big, but right there he says, you know, I can get off my feet too.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Brunson is checked in for Clarkson. And a chance to see the latest edition of the power rankings. Always fun to see where everyone in the league stands. You take a look at the 76ers. They slipped a bit. Still in the top 10, though.
Checking out Orlando, they've made some mistakes early on, and a drop in the rankings reflects that. They're right in the middle of the pack, and the question now is, can they learn from those errors?
Brunson looks it over. Orlando grabs the miss. Batase's got 5 rebounds in the game. Oh, they get a hand on it. Towns with the ball. Wagner picks him up, and they're pushing it up.
Orlando foul.
Clarkson's checked in for New York.
First personal foul. Second team foul. Coming onto the floor for your
Now for those joining us now, we're in the second quarter, about 3 minutes gone by. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. Big picture question, Doris. What do you think of the direction of the game?
I love where the game is. Players have never been more skilled. The three-point shooting and the tough shot making is at its highest level. And I think the physicality that's slowly being reincorporated is perfect.
Jones finds Batase. Back to Jones. 6 on the shot clock. Batase, a screen on Brunson. Orlando needs to get off a shot here. And Batase throws it down.
Tyus Jones in pick and roll action is just so solid, folks. Always makes the right decision.
Clarkson outside. And almost 4 minutes gone in the second quarter of play. Jones against Brunson. Kicks it out, Towns. Three-pointer. Oh, Towns with the triple.
Boy, the go-to scorer that Karl Anthony Towns is. Yes, he can shoot the three, folks. You better check him.
Magic lead, 25-17.
Here's De Silva. Anunoby covering. And so now a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. Well, the painted area is really where Mitchell Robinson thrives, Doris.
BA, he might be the best offensive rebounder in the game, and his ability to do that helps teams win on the margins. He's also a menace on the defensive end, a massive presence at the rim.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Josh Hart's checked in for Robinson, and it's Bridges in for Clarkson. So Orlando ends up going with a new group. 52 seconds left in the first half. Pure from three-point range.
As of this moment, they look absolutely unstoppable.
Boy, it looks like their confidence is at an all-time high, just feeding off each other right now.
Anunoby having to deal with bodies draped on him, not giving in.
Well, after the Magic traded away Dwight Howard back in 2012, seems like they spent about a decade in limbo, Grant.
That's so true, BA. And once they finally committed to building through the draft, the turnaround was pretty rapid, showing the upside of drafting and developing from the ground up.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Brunson finds Hart. Back to Brunson. Towns on the screen. And Jalen Brunson gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game.
And great job to establish position and square up.
Orlando leading by 9. Here's Wagner. He's got 6. From deep three-point range, and that's not gonna go. So we conclude the first half. It's the Magic up 9. And Allie LaForce has something for us on the sidelines. Hey, Allie.
Well, Karl, they're scoring pretty easily. What has to change in the second half?
Our whole defensive system right now, because it's just not working. It's not the coaches, it's just the players. We're letting them get too much, fast break. They're doing a great job, and they're hitting some shots, so we got to be able to make them miss.
Best of luck locking it in, guys.
Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be back right after the break for the third quarter here on 2K Sports.
Welcome, everyone, as we dig into the details. Things working out so far for the Orlando Magic.
Something my partner will appreciate. These guys are living in the paint, and it's going to be hard to move them out of there, Shaq.
Yeah, that's what we call renter's rights. They are holding that lease, baby.
Now let's take a moment to recognize our Players of the Week. Keep an eye on these two. The winner in the East, Josh Giddey.
When it comes to running the offense, he's been exceptional, making smart play calls and setting the tempo.
He is definitely the leader they need him to be, and the production speaks for itself. Glad you could join us. Ryan Anderson and crew are ready to take it away for the start of the third quarter.
And we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. You know, Karl Anthony Towns has been exceptional here, guys.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
And so Wagner will bring it up for Orlando. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Nets. And that's a 1-game homestand for the club. Josh Hart is out there with OG Anunoby. Then there's Jalen Brunson. Then it's Mikal Bridges. And it's Towns in at the 5. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks.
And now, almost all their points coming from the paint.
Down low. Hart can't hit.
Most defenses want to protect the paint first. Great job there.
Here's Banchero. Bumped and finishes. Great stuff from Banchero.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Outside Hart. Back to Brunson. Towns is screen on Suggs. Brunson passes to Hart. 4-3. The shot off that time. Orlando leading by 13. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Thanks, guys. The Knicks are able to play 5 out. And Josh Hart told me they surrounded Jalen Brunson with guys who can shoot, guys that command attention. He's able to expose that, scoring the ball and being unselfish. The court is wide open. EA, back to you.
Tons of spacing. Allie, thanks for the report. Here's Towns. Towns throws it down.
Karl Anthony Towns putting on a show on the offensive end of the floor. Legit 3-level score, and he's got it all working.
Wagner against Anunoby. Banchero outside. And that one falls. His 5th basket in 7 tries.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. That's why they continue to get attacked.
Well, granted, 6'10", 250. Banchero is a guard in a big man's body.
Yeah, B.A., he has a great handle, which allows him to get wherever he wants on the floor. And the vision to create for his teammates, too. But if you put a smaller guy on him, he plays bully ball.
And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. New York working the ball around now. Suggs against Brunson. Bridges outside. Shot clock at 6. Yes, and a nice assist from Brunson. Bridges has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Magic leading by 10. Pass to Suggs. Back to Wagner. Suggs with it. He's got 6. Stolen by Bridges. Hart passes to Bridges. Back to Hart. Brunson against Suggs. Fantastic work down low from the crafty Brunson.
Yeah, don't let Brunson's size fool you. This guy operates consistently on the interior.
And so now a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. New York making a switch here. Clarkson's checked in. Pass to De Silva. 5 to shoot. Back to Batase. The layup off target.
He's as surprised as we are. Most nights, that bucket is automatic.
And here's Brunson from the arc. Here's Towns. And it's powered home by Towns.
How about Karl Anthony Towns bullying his way to that second chance look? Nicely done.
Jones, the pass to Batadze. Here's the Silva. Now Batadze. Outside Jones. Three-pointer. And it's Brunson with the rebound. Knicks trail by 6. Lets the three fly. Oh, Brunson nails it from deep.
This is anyone's game now, and they have the momentum.
Probably the most important thing is they regroup. They worked out some of their frustrations, and now they're starting to have some fun.
Very important points. I mean, they're trying to hang on to this lead now. They needed that.
And the foul called on Anthony Black. That's his first foul of the game. And some changes here for New York. Robinson, he's checked in for Towns. And Gershon Yabusele subbed in for Hart. Robinson, a screen on Jones. Brunson against Jones. Out to Bridges. Jacks up a three. That one doesn't drop. Orlando leading by 5. Here's Black. Oh, nice finish from the low block. That one's good. Black's got 6 points.
If you give him any sort of space, he's going to attack.
Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Brunson. Brunson brushes off the D. Batadze, a screen on Brunson. Pass to Batadze. Back to Jones. Let's go with a three. Hits the trifecta. Jones has got his first 3 points of the game. And so it's the Orlando Magic finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. And it's all due to their ability to own the paint. They've been dominant down low. We'll be right back. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Woo, I'm fired up to see this dish one more time. It's always great to see your two guards share the wealth.
You love the unselfishness, finding the best look, and it doesn't matter who's taking it.
With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store. Setting the floor for the Magic. They've got Tyus Jones. Wagner is out there with Goga Batadze. Then it's Anthony Black, and it's De Silva in at the 3 slot. Out of bounds, it'll be Orlando's ball. Magic leading by 8. Wagner outside. And we've got a timeout from Jamal Mosley. No doubt he's going to utilize the opportunity to make sure they're all on the same page here. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hi, guys. Well, Jamal Mosley was just reviewing the plan with his team, and they told their team, no easy threes. Let's guard that arc. Don't let anyone get an open look. With the lead, they want to close this one out with their perimeter defense. Back to you.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. On defense, the Knicks. And a miss there off the inbound.
I'll tell you, this is not a game he'll want to individually remember, but they are positioned to close this thing out.
On the wing, Clarkson, guarded by Bain. McBride sinks it from distance. McBride's got himself on the board with a 3 there.
They've made things hard on themselves, going cold in the first half, but they've been warming up since.
Pass to Banchero. Kicks it out to Bain. Down to 5 on the shot clock. There's the drive. 14 feet away. Won't go. And that makes him 5 for 8. Knicks trail by 5. Here's Anunoby. Towns for 3. It's hauled in by the Magic.
That's his shot, and one I'm sure he wants back.
The 3 from Bain. Here's Banchero. Paolo Banchero flushing it home.
Oh, what tenacity on the boards. Banchero takes pleasure in capitalizing on the offensive glass.
And some changes here for New York. Hart's checked in for Robinson. Mikal Bridges comes in for Clarkson. And Brunson is subbed in for McBride. And the foul called on Jalen Suggs. That's foul number 2 for him. Suggs against Brunson. Outside Anunoby. Towns passes to Bridges. That's in. Coming off an assist from Towns.
Well, a high motor player like Mikal Bridges has got to make quick decisions. Rise and fire off the catch and shoot, Mikal.
Banchero. Ooh, Banchero for the driving slam.
Now that's how you capitalize on a screen.
Yeah, good positioning, too. Gave him a clear path to the hoop.
Where was the defense? No fighting through the pick, no rotation. My goodness.
Towns a screen on Banchero. No. Magic leading by 7. Suggs.
One of the things you have to admire about Jalen Suggs, the aggressiveness, the willingness to make plays.
All right, guys, some stats here. The scoring breakdown for Orlando.
These guys have incredible stamina based on how they've been running the floor, using speedy transition play to get fast break points.
I think one of the things that also strikes me is their activity forcing turnovers, coming up with steals. It has really shaped the tenor of this game.
Carter outside. Here's Banchero. And stolen by Bridges. Outside Brunson. Now Anunoby. Fires the 3. Payne with a rebound.
If you're trying to make a comeback, that is the kind of shot that doesn't help.
Now Suggs. Banchero the screen. Yes, sir. It's good.
So cunning and effective in screen and rolls. I really like watching Suggs operate in these sets.
And it's Wendell Carter with the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
Brunson against Suggs. Outside Bridges. Screen by Hart. 5 on the clock. Gets it to go.
Fearless, confident competitor. Bridges with the delivery.
And Suggs has got the ball here for the Magic. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. And Carroll with a screen on Anunoby. Wagner. Hart with a rebound. Knicks trail by 5. Here's Towns. Oh, he jammed it.
When your stars shine bright in the toughest moments, Towns the look of a superstar.
Carter, a screen on Brunson. Oh, a matching slam. Back and forth they go.
Jalen Suggs, a big-time bucket. This guy is fearless.
And it's Mike Brown calling timeout here. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game. Outside Brunson. There's 42 seconds left to play in the 4th. Clock at 6, and the ball out of play. The Magic will have it. Here's Suggs, and he commits the intentional foul.
Jalen Brunson. Second personal foul. Second team foul.
Here's Orlando. It's a 5-point game.
Second personal foul.
He gets the first, and that increases the lead to 6. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
Making the most of his trip to the line and helping them extend their lead.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Cashes it in!
One of the best clutch players in the entire league. Step up, Mr. Jalen Brunson.
And so they foul intentionally. He drops the first one, and that increases the lead to 6.
Fourth team foul.
And so he drops them both, and it's a 7-point game. And a comeback here looking very unlikely.
Absolutely everything would have to go their way at this point.
Outside Brunson, fires away from outside. Carter rips down the board. And so Orlando takes the win. And they barely squeezed out the win here on the road.
And BA, the visiting team is always under some added pressure, but they made it work and got the win, whatever the margin may have been.
And that'll do it, folks. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Dorisburg, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching tonight's game. And now let's take a look at our player of the game, Paolo Banchero.